hello. Thank you for listening. So I wanted to tell a story. I don't really know how I'm gonna tell it, but I'm gonna do it. I don't really know the whole details, but it'll come out. So imagine yourself in a place that you'll probably never go. For me, that would probably be a place like Kentucky. It's somewhere out in the middle of nowhere. Imagine that it's a sunny day, but it's very cold. And you're going there to find something. This is a story of some people going somewhere to find something. It's kind of vague, but you'll see. So, imagine you get to this place out in the middle of nowhere. And there's like it's in the middle of a trailer park. You pull into it, and you're like, whoa, what did I get myself into? What's going on here? Is this dangerous? Am I gonna get killed? Well, anyways, you continue because the people that go to this place, they're wanting to find a way to continue, a way to let go, a way to make things more interesting, a way to remember. So, one of the people, he's the last to arrive. He gets out of his car. He looks at the building. Interesting. Very small building. Windows blacked out. This place is surrounded by houses. Little kids are on the street playing. Never imagined a trailer park like this. He goes into the building, and he sees people sitting there. There's a table near the entrance, and there's a man sitting at the head of the table, and there's three people there sitting. They're talking, just saying random things. They're not really talking about anything important. And there's a pitcher of some kind of liquid on the table. And the guy at the head of the table, he introduces himself as a medicine man. The others introduce themselves. Hi, I'm Angelica. Hi, I'm David. Hi, I'm Maria. And the fourth one sits, or the guy who just walked in, his name is Joshua. And the medicine man says, "This is my wife, Sue. Me and her are gonna be taking care of you guys. I know you guys just came from a very long travel. All of you came from a different place in space and time. You must be tired. But I just want to let you know that no matter what, you're gonna be taken care of. I won't let anything bad happen to you." So, he points at the pitcher and he says, "This is the magic tea here. I'm going to pour each of you a small cup and we're going to see how you react to it. Because there are some people that get allergic to it. And if you happen to be one, don't worry, we have a way to deal with it and you won't get into it. You'll be fine." So he gets little tiny Dixie cups and he just pours them in for each person, hands them out. He watches him drink it. And then he says, this magic tea it's a ritual of a certain people in this world. One of those people used to be my partner, or not my partner, but he used to be my cellmate in prison. I used to be quite the vagabond. I used to be a troublemaker. And I met this man in prison. And he changed my life. He showed me what I was doing, what I was not doing, and how I could make it better. And ever since then, he showed me that, or he told me, this is how you can help others do the same. And that's what I'm here doing. That's what I'm here for you. I'm here to do this for all of you as well. And each person was drinking their drink. Nobody reacted badly. Everybody seemed fine. And so after a while, the man was he was talking about his past, his wife's past, how many times he's actually done this procedure. Is it a procedure? No, it's more like a ceremony, a ritual. And he says, I'm gonna pour you the full dose now, each of you, since you all seem to be doing well. What you might see, it might terrify you. It might make you happy. Whatever it is, it's gonna be what you need. He says, what's being offered will only be what you need and nothing else. It's not what you want, it's what you need. And it's a big difference. A lot of people, they do this ritual, but without proper supervision, and they get themselves into trouble. This is not something that you do alone. You need another. Just like in life, you need another. And so, the four go into their corner of the room, and they just kind of sit and they wait. The man didn't ask anything about what they were doing here, because he already knows. And there's no need to talk to others about this, because they know. And so, the first person, Angelica, she's kind of scared about that. What's going on? I don't know about this. I don't even know why I'm here again. What am I doing here? And suddenly, her hands turn into like a little girl's hands. What? My voice it's changed into my voice when I was a child. What's going on? And then suddenly she hears another voice. Hello there. I heard you. Do you want to play a game? I have a kite. We can fly a kite together. And Angelica says, that sounds like fun. I would like to do that. And they play. They just fly a kite together. In the background, she can hear sounds of vomiting and crying and giggling. But the main thing that she sees and hears is the rustling of the kite. She feels the grass she can't see the person that's asking her to play with the kite, but she can feel it. And then she starts to remember when she was a little girl. She was kind of ignored by her parents. She remembers her daughter. You see, Angelica had a daughter, and her family took her daughter away from her because she was too young. Everybody told her, "You're too young to have this child. You're not responsible enough. We're gonna have to take care of her for you." And this broke Angelica's heart. But she went with it. And she worked hard. She worked hard to make money to keep that child happy. She kind of lost herself a little bit, and she worked. But ever since then, she's just stayed away because she was afraid of hurting her. She was afraid of being hurt again. So her daughter grew up kind of not wanting to be with her, to stay away from her, to be afraid. And she snapped back to the kite flying. And then she finds herself back in that room that I first talked about. There's tears everywhere. There's a bucket next to her full of vomit. And there's Sue right behind her, looking right behind her, saying, "You did good." And then she went to sleep. The second person, David. He was a man who lost his wife. He lost himself. He didn't know what to do anymore. Long time ago, he used to be a gardener of sorts. He used to mow lawns, do that kind of thing. And he got hurt. He turned to alcohol, smoking. He lost himself one day, and he hit his wife. Since that time, his wife left him. But she stayed around, but not in the same way. He lost almost his entire family, his mother, his brothers, and eventually his wife. He came because he just didn't know what to do anymore. He didn't know. And so then as he was thinking about all this, he suddenly moved into his garage. But something was different. It was dirty. It was clean. And a truck right in the middle of the garage, something that he was always working on before he got hurt, before all these things happened to him. It was brand new. It looked like brand new, like he completely repaired it. Everything was just shiny. He went into the car and turned the truck and turned it on. Vroom, vroom. Powerful engine. And then suddenly his wife appeared next to him in his seat in the truck seat and said, I left you a gift. Everything, the money that I had saved, I left it for you. I want you to use it and finish the truck. Finish it. So that you can find something. Find a reason to stay. It's not over yet. And then he finds himself back into the room. His pants wet. He had thrown up on himself, a little dirty. And then that was the end of that. And the third person, Maria. She was a woman who always did things for everybody. Anything that was needed, she would do it. No matter how dirty, no matter how hard, she would do it. She was always working for other people's happiness. And she was somebody that forgot her own happiness. In her times before she died, her health was failing her. Her knees were messed up. Her liver was failing. Her eyes were yellow. The doctor said, you don't have much time. You're gonna die pretty soon. And so she came to this place for a reason not to give up. She knew she was gonna be dying soon, but something in her wanted her to find happiness. So, as she thought of all these things, she got these images of her family that she hasn't seen in maybe 10 to 20 years. They just started coming at her. Things that she had forgotten for a very long time. And she got the urge she wanted to see them again. She wanted to see them. She remembered, these were the people that I worked for my entire life. I want to see them again. And so she thought, I'm gonna make it happen. Before I go, I'm gonna make it happen. And she decided she will. And she found herself in the room. No vomit, but a lot of tears. And then she went to sleep. And the fourth, his name is Joshua. He said, I don't even know why I'm here. Oh, I don't know why I'm here. I'm always looking for something. Tried all these things, these yoga things, these diets, not eating, and all kinds of things. And I'm here to verify what I think I found. And then suddenly, everything turns black. He starts thinking of things that make him afraid. And the room starts turning and spinning, and it seems like he's falling. He becomes afraid. He starts throwing up. He hears these throw up, vomit sounds in the background. He hears toilets flushing. He hears somebody saying, "You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. Don't worry." He's still breathing. And he starts thinking of how those voices make him feel happy, make him feel secure. The room turns clear. He sees the sky. He wonders, what was all that? And then, after a little while, he starts thinking, oh, what is happening? Am I doing all this? And then the room turns black again, like smoke. There's just smoke everywhere. Things are moving, and he's afraid of what's happening. And so it gets worse and worse, and then he hears the sounds of paper towels being ripped from a roll. There's vomit. He hears vomit. He smells something weird. He feels cold. The ground is cold. He's on the ground, but there is no ground. But he feels cold. He starts to realize, I'm doing this. I'm doing all of it. I'm doing all of it. How I feel, it reflects. It's almost immediate. It's kind of like in life, or what I call life. You act a certain way, certain things happen, but there's like a little delay. But this is immediate. And he keeps, for some time, maybe 20, 30 minutes, he just keeps getting into a cycle of pain and happiness, pain and happiness, pain and happiness, and then something comes and grabs him and says, okay, that's enough, that's enough. Whatever grabbed him, it was like himself, snapping himself out of it. And he found himself laying down back in that room, looking at the lights. There's like little laser lights everywhere just moving around. The people there, Maria, David, Angelica, are sitting on the table with the medicine man. But he still can't move. He's just sitting there, laying down. Like he has no control. But he can hear. He hears people going back and forth. He can hear them saying, is he okay? Is he gonna make it? He's fine. Don't worry about it. But he can't control his body. It's just, he feels like something is happening. He feels like the body is not under his control. It's like he's just there, laying down. And then slowly, he starts to become more cognizant of the area. He can hear better. He can hear the full conversation of what's happening. They're eating pizza and other foods, talking about their experience. And then starts to move back and forth in the bed. He feels like, with his feet on the ground, feels like he's like it's a new body. He just got, like, he can't really walk right. He starts walking to them. He's stumbling around. Takes a seat. Sits down next to them. And he's just smiling, looking at everybody. he sees the people talking amongst themselves. They're talking about what they're gonna do when they get home. He notices people go into like a cycle of negative and positive when they're speaking. And so he looked at the people whenever they did something negative, and he would get his glasses in, push them up, and look at them directly with his eyes. And suddenly they would veer into positive. Is it a fluke? What's going on? So he keeps doing this over and over, and it keeps happening. And he looks at them, and everybody's looking at him. They're saying, "Why are you smiling so much?" And he says, "I had a great time." And, yay.